Good morning, Mike Manavian here, Tuesday, September 10th, 2024. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, this video is more of a informational video on a little best practices thing that I was able to find. Um, I am doing a study here on putting, and I've got a bunch of putters, and I am actually looking at the joint by joints data. So traditionally, when I'm teaching, I'll look at maybe some wrist angle numbers, some wrist bend numbers, some rotation, especially in putting where you're watching how they move in motion. Additionally, I may throw in some shoulder adduction, abduction numbers to see how they're moving in the swing, and I'll graph those maybe and look at some of the motions of the body and get a before and after. However, today I'm doing a study, and it's a 20 player study looking at the comparative analysis of three different putters in their hands, and the manufacturer wants to look at the joint by joint data. So um, I've also looked at the club data, but in this case, I need to look at a bunch of specific data points at P1, P4, P7, and then look at that and put it into a big spectrum. So it's quite a large task. So the question is, how am I going to move the right elbow, the left elbow number, the wrist bend graph numbers over to a spreadsheet where I can look at it? And unfortunately, Gears does a great job providing P7 data here under the club data. However, when you look at some of the other options to look at, some of the other metrics here at the bottom, you've got let's say the lead wrist set angle, lead ulnar, lead radial, lead wrist. All these numbers here that you have are a P1, or I'm not really sure, but it looks like they're a P1, so I can't export them. So I need to find a solution on how to export these data points. First thing I did was use the right button to click on display here, get it out of full screen. Slide this baby over, and here are the data points that I want. I've opened up a spreadsheet, being able to look at some of these tests here. So I'm looking at P1, P4, and P7 with the 80 gram, the club that we've labeled at 80 grams. So I've got this new software that I found that I thought was pretty good. Capture to text. It's a free download that I was able to find, and there's some settings built into it, but basically you hit Windows Q and it will highlight some data for you. So and it'll showcase it in the upper left hand corner of the screen. So then I can just take that number and paste it here. So those are zeros. So then I'm going to take the right elbow and the left elbow. You do that again. Sometimes it doesn't pick up the decimal points, so just got to wait on it. Kind of redo it. There you go. So there's the left and the right elbow, and I'm going to look at all of this shoulder data. And then I'm just going to copy and paste that into the mix. So there's P1. So I'll go to P4, and I'll do the same thing. So copy that, paste it here. And it is tedious, but I haven't found a better way or more efficient way to go through something like 600 data points that I have to accumulate here. And it's data entry, so it's not fun, but it's, I'll go to P7 now. But it's been a viable workaround for me. Being able to pinpoint P1, P4, P6, P7 rather, and get the data, and being able to put into a spreadsheet where you can now at least do something with it. So now you can see the left elbow stayed pretty constant throughout the swing. The right elbow, I mean, it lost 0.3 of a degree. That's pretty constant. So the shoulder flexion, left shoulder was 1 degree. The right shoulder was 2 degrees of opening of adduction, abduction, abduction, adduction. 3 degrees going back in the external of the right arm. And at least you have some way to manipulate the data and look at it. So capture to text, I thought it was pretty good software, and hope you guys enjoy.